Yep, it's on air.
Yeah, it's live now.
Okay, so thank you everyone for making it to this meeting. And we are super happy to have the entire team from the project, and we also have Alice and Ivana joining us very soon. And so on our agenda, we have 3 items. The first one is local partnership. The second one is mentorship, and the third one is finance. And do we want to add anything to it?
I'm okay with the agenda.
Okay. Oh, cool. All right, so let's move on to the first thing, which is local partnership. So, all right, let's have some updates from Kun and Van on how it is going in Asia right now. So, what is the status of us right now with our local partnership?
Couldn't you want to talk about it?
I think I can update what I reached out. Cannot talk about video. So, can you talk about video so I can update what I have been doing? So.
Okay. So I think CCDO, which is a Cambodian children dream organization, is an NGO partner that we were looking forward to working with in this project as a organization with the community that we can have access to and we can serve. Since I think in July, Kuhn heads the NGO, and they were saying that they would really love to see the program and would love to collaborate with us. And after we got all the team on board, we assigned we assigned the program to the service team, and we asked them to design the activities that they want to have for the children at the CCDO organization, and then we send the proposal to them. I think on July 13, and then after a week, they after I think once or twice, they reached to they contacted Kuhn and asked for more information about our project. They sent us an email saying that they wouldn't be able to collaborate with us and have us as a partner in the organization that we have, most positive response is having the community to serve, for us to serve and to work with.
Can you repeat the last part? I couldn't hear you well for the last part. So you were saying after a week they asked for more information, and what did they say?
And they say that they wouldn't be able to work with us and partner in this project.
Did they say why they wouldn't be able to work with you guys?
They didn't say like officially why they didn't want us to be their partner, but from what I heard from Kuhn and from what they've written in the email, I could see 3 reasons they didn't want us to be their partner. The first reason is that they didn't want the project to happen on the second week, on the 3rd week of August, because it is in the rainy season and the August during those days. The second reason they gave us is that they were afraid that we didn't have enough Khmer speaking members. So back at the time, we sent them 22 project members, including just 3 Cambodians. And now we have all the mentees on board, and we have like nearly 20 Cambodians joining the project. But back at the time, they didn't know about the information, so they were just afraid that the children wouldn't get the information and the knowledge that we included in the program. And the final reason they gave us is that they look at the program and they saw what they saw they didn't think that the children from the organization could understand the like sophisticated program that we designed for the children. So basically, yeah.
Have you tried addressing these? Like, I guess modifying the program so that the children might be able to, I guess, understand better and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's actually our next step as well in terms of reaching back to CCDO to, trying to address their concern and trying not to just give up their partnership and trying to figure out why they could not, make it to the official partnership. So I think for now with CCDO, I'm in charge of reaching to CCDO again and addressing three for the schedule. I think our team members agree that we can move the schedule from the second week of the project to the first week of the project to work with CCDO. And for the turn of them, we would love to simplify and modify the program so that it is more suitable to their children. And for the team members, we can inform them about the Cambodian mentees that were recruited just last 2 weeks, and updated them about their information and how many of them were living in Siem Reap and how many of them were in Cambodia. Yeah, so that is our next step with CCDO.
And when do you think you would hear back from them?
I would try to send them the email to tomorrow after this meeting, and I will look to I look forward to hearing from them within next week.
Okay. Yeah, because you need to try to finalize this really soon because the project is about to start really soon. So in case this doesn't, I guess, isn't possible to work with them, what would your other options be?
So I already reached out to one of my friends to actually access to a community in rural area of Siem Reap that he told me that he advised that those community are more vulnerable to the issue they are working on. He is like a program coordinator, like engaging with all like in NGO that working to have access to schools in rural area, provide education and stuff. And last week on Thursday, he talked to the director of the public school. They really love this kind of like positive response from the director, but but he would love to like hear more from like higher rank over the director. What do they think about the project? And tomorrow, my friend that I know, he will he will go to meet the higher rank of director to see if a collaboration is possible. So I will hear from him tomorrow. Like I'll ask him like what should we do next, and also reach out to one of my friend that she knows a community of like NGO of 200 children that actually in need of like support. I already asked her to talk with the director there like to see is there a possible way to like having collaborate and such. She already negotiated it, but we haven't like finalized with that decision, but we try to like see any possible way that we can like have like a community access. So this is what I have done so far to see that to have a plan B and plan C to back up. Like yes.
Okay. And when do you think you would have a clear idea of whether those options are possible?
So tomorrow, my other friend that I know that I have a work with a lot of school at Siem. He will go to meet with like the director again to see if this possible because I already sent him like a proposal written in Khmer to ask the permission and stuff. And I will contact him tomorrow evening to see like what's happening and what should we do next and stuff. And also tomorrow I will try to like contact to my friend as well, like talking about that NGO that like we can possibly collaborate and to see if like there are like possible ways for us to step in and help the children there.
Okay. What would the difference be between working with these children versus the ones that you, with the CCD that you were going to work with?
So CCDO is like an NGO that have like children that they support, but the one that I reach out that they will talk to the director tomorrow is that they are the student that studying like public school, but they are coming from very rural area, and he advised me that children are more vulnerable, and he's someone that have experience with interacting and accessing to the school in rural area. Like his NGO is actually like working on accessing and provide education and provide a school supply to like 100 of school in Siem Reap. So I think that he has like connection to access to like such a community and like have a good connection with those director and staff. So I think that he can actually help us to access with school as well. But we have to see the like confirmation and the finalize from like his side first, and then we can like be sure that this is happening. This is like possible for our like collaboration and step in this as like a partner of the program. Yeah.
So the students from, I guess, the public schools are the ones that I guess you're still contacting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess at the school, whose principal you're still contacting right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the students from CCDO are what again? Students that are associated to the organization in some way, or?
Yeah, like an organization that support them like English
Okay.
or like computer and stuff. Yeah.
And so you would hear back tomorrow from the principal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And in case, I guess, do you have a backup plan in case like you can't work with them?
Pardon me?
Oh, do you have anything? I guess what would you do if the principal says no, you can't work with them?
Also, I already like asked my one of the other friend to like to talk with like an NGO that she knows. She already working on it, and I also like contact another friend to like see if there are like possible way to like if you know any like NGO, and they also doing research and finding possible way as well. So this is like the plan that we have like come up and try to like set as a backup for how we can access to the community.
Okay. What do you, I guess both of you, Kun and Van, think would be a good hard deadline to put for yourselves? Like you really need to like find someone to work with and confirm by this date to make it the project really viable. What do you guys think?
Should be next Saturday on July 20th, 30th.
July 30th. 1 week. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
What do you think, Kun?
Yeah, I think it could be around the time. Yeah.
Do you think that's enough time to get permission from the new NGO your friend is approaching, or like the school and stuff like that?
I think
What happened if we couldn't get any, official NGO to work with, but instead we can have access to a community that is not, staying at one place, and they were like a community that was that they stick together, they stick around, but they were not under any NGO. What if it's what if it's the case?
That could be possible. Just want to make sure that or we can actually work with them and actually make sure that there aren't like any last minute cancellations, that sort of thing. I mean, working with an NGO and have it official is like, I guess reduces the risk that you won't have anyone to work with in the end. But if they are a good audience and you can make sure that you can work with those group of kids, then I think that's also an option. Mangan and Ivana, feel free to jump in. What do you guys think?
Yeah, so, oh, Ivana's microphone is not working, but she has been in the room.
Okay.
All right, so Ivana, do you want to say anything, or you can type in, I can read it out? For me personally, it can be an option to work with a community of children that is not under any NGO, but we need to be careful with the legal regulation in Cambodia, whether it's feasible or not, or whether we are causing any harm to them without any, I would say, legal safety. So that can be something that we need to think about as well.
What do you think?
I think regarding working with the community and actually approaching the community that is not under NGOs can be conducted through social youth engagement. There is one social youth engagement here in Siem Reap province that you can approach simply by informing them that you will be working with the community. And I think that the approval of the community is easier than the actual government itself because they are in control of most of the NGO located in Siem Reap city.
Okay. So if we were to work with these children, how do you think you'd be able to make sure that you have all like the legal stuff in place, make sure that it's safe?
Okay, so I think like the first step that we can do to or for the paperwork things is possibly you can just simply submit your project proposal to the organization, and I think like the organization is approachable on daily basis. Tomorrow they start working from 8, so I think you can just drop a proposal there. I have an email ready, and if actually need it, I will just forward it to you later. But at the same time, you also need to be ready to this as well because they no matter what like they're going to be like a little bit like possible change after that because it's not 100% like NGO. You know, NGO you just simply need the approval from the director, but this is really like a little bit complicated in terms of um, process and administration, but in terms of like possibility, it has a really high chance because the community itself they already working on it and be specific of the community that you actually interested in working with, like clear location or like clear date that you wish to engage them with, or like what will you do on that particular time or hour or day. So just be clear among ourselves first and just like approach it with a clear proposal and clear plan. So the approval won't be difficult to get. So just be clear with ourselves first, like what do you want to do there, and where do you want to do it. So this is more or less like we have the choice, and we just simply like asking for permission.
Mm. Yeah, and so here Ivana also typed on the chat box, and she said that, yeah, so I think that is still an option, but safety is important. Since we have so many team members and mentees, also CNET is a legal entity, and anything that happens during the project will be under CNET's responsibility. If there's paperwork signed, if there's not, the responsibility is totally under the PLs. So PLs have to be ready to take responsibility if anything goes wrong during the activity, if that activity is not under a legal entity. Thank you, Ivana.
Thanks.
Ivana and Kun, what do you think?
Pardon me, Alice.
I think the legality part of it is very important, and who's in responsibility in terms of working with the children. So I think it would be best if you can have the collaboration with either the public school or with the NGO from your friend, Kun. If that cannot happen, then the last option would be with a community of children. But the responsibility would be under you guys.
You?
I will try my best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a
Go on,
question
Kun.
regarding your PV14, PV15. So you and Liam didn't get to work with the community under an NGO, right?
Yeah, but still we have a group called IC. They're actually like not working under like they operate it, but all the members are in IC are all local like citizen. They are not officially under the community, but we just collectively like approach a network. So IC is literally a network of LGBT but like people in Ho Chi Minh City. So in other words, like it's similar to a community, just like what you plan to approach, but it's like we have people from a network, a network that actually guarantee this like this particular like type of thing like approach. So in other words, like legal base is like we have IC, but in like term of approach base we approach the community. So IC just simply like support us in terms of like collecting all of those people from the community.
So did you get them to sign any paperwork?
I think we just simply like Liam just simply meet them for the sake of like we just actually like creating a network communication as well as like we are part of that community as well because I think Liam back then is like just simply talk as a person from that community as an LGBT community, and in other words like we did not finalize any official paperwork, but in other words we just simply has him as like our partner. The thing is that like IC just simply work with us in terms of providing the networking process with all the LGBT participants and also the LGBT idol there. So in other words, they just help us find the people. And we actually
So
like have like we're
yeah.
creating in other they also have to register. So the LGBT participant has to register to be officially like okay, so we're going to work with this group at this time. So in other words, they identify who will we be working with. And the activity was led most likely just involve an engagement, and some of the activity was led by the group there instead of us. In other words, we simply looking forward to the engagement rather than leading the whole activity. So it's like we approach the community, and the community lead us into like playing soccer or something like that. So in other words, like we engaging with them instead of us like leading anything there. So it's kind of like a little bit like quite different from what you guys will be doing. So it's like more or less we join the community and engage with the community, not going to the community to. So it's like it a little bit like opposite direction.
Mm. No, I think we didn't have the intention to go to the community and lead them.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So
most of our activities would be facilitated by the project members.
okay.
But what I'm wondering is how you make sure that they would stay and they would like keep coming and to your project if they are not under any if they if they are not if they don't have to do it and they just register and just be there.
So it's like the liability of them being there, right? So I think like this could be the something I would like to share as well, because last year we do struggle with something similar. But the thing is that we keep checking with them throughout the same period. There's a lot of change in schedule because the community work, like it depends on their availability. So in other words, the liability lie within like the communication between our team and the IC representative of making sure that this group is available at when. So we literally like have 3 different community, and they're available at different time, and not all of the members are able to actually engage because we quite a large group just like you, and we cannot like send all of the member in. Therefore, we have to split among team. Like for instance, like on the first engagement, we send like 1/3 of our team to engage, and the actual like interaction was conducted by the participant, the LGBT participant. So the LGBT participant lead the team throughout like their daily basis and actually explain and sharing their story. So IC would function as a person who actually keep in contact with us on date, regarding date, time, and place.
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So what do you both think should be the next, I guess, plan of action for you guys? Oh, and also, Ivana is asking if we, like, where will the workshops be located for each of these places? And what is, like, the safety for that, for each of those places?
So first thing is that tomorrow, like I mentioned earlier, that tomorrow, one of my friends will reach out to the principal to like ask for permission to actually like conduct it at school, like to interact those like children in the school that they think they're very vulnerable to the issue. So the workshop activity will be conducted within the school, like we requesting 3 classes to like conducting the workshop activity and to interacting with them within the school. So the thing is, it's not like going out to places if we actually get permission, like if they are willing to collaborate with us. And the NGO that I asking my friend, they also like I always stress out that we need the capacity of like classes and room that we can actually conduct activity, not like doing outside. Yeah, then that's for the part of the service component that we are planning to do.
So that's for the school. What about, I guess, the community within, and I'm assuming the community within the school is pretty safe. Like, what is like, compared to like, I guess what I'm asking is, what are, it's like the safety level between like these different locations that you're planning to work at? Like, what is community like? Are there any other risks we should know?
So I think I think that I could see is that the community that we're planning to work with is in rural area, so there's not internet access to in that area. But we only plan to do it in the day, during the day. It's not like until late, just like during the day, and then we come back early to the hotel back. I always keep in mind about like safety of the project members. So I will try my best like, to see to find a way that actually keep everyone safe from any like expected occurrence and stuff. But at the meantime, what I'm trying to like look for the community work with is that it is in a place that like in a school that it's not very not very like very too rural that I was like out of our like um like too distant from the community like to the place that we can access and also like keep it in mind that those is like I want to say like ideally can conduct that is not having some nearby like tree or like forest that can actually have like insect or some other thing, like trying to see if they're possible for the health issue as well. So this is what I will keep in mind for like the community that we are working with.
Okay. So right now, it sounds like you have 3 options. Like the first one is like the original NGO, the group of children who they are sponsoring. Then there's the school that your friend is approaching
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow, and then there's the group of children. Am I missing anything?
Yeah,
Okay.
a group of children that are the NGO.
Yep, have the other NGO. And so for these 3 groups, where would you be working with them? Are they all in rural areas?
Yeah, they are all in rural, like 30-minute drive from downtown of Siem Reap.
Okay. All of them? Are there like any that are further or closer than others, or easier to access than others?
I think CCO is like 30 minutes away from uh, downtown of Siem Reap, but the school that my friend tried to access to is like 40 minutes away from the downtown.
Okay.
Hmm.
And apart from that, are there any other differences between like working with each of these groups in terms of like community, location?
So I think the thing is that the difference between these two groups is that the CEO group is that they have been interacting with NGO and they quite more like not that really I think they like pretty safe in the NGO, but the school that my friend tried to reach out to like the principal, they're like coming from like places to the school, and they already like what I've been told from my friend is that he told me that they are very vulnerable to the issue, and it's very important to have people like to have them like to get them to know and because like they do not see much of opportunity of themselves because like they coming from like rural area and very like deprived community, so they're actually in need. So I think it's different between these like two community.
Okay. And what about the other group of children with the other NGO?
So another group of NGO is that NGO is supported by a resort that most profit from the resort, like trying to support them with English and other stuff. But I still talking with my friend to see like a clear picture of that NGO. But she asked the director of that NGO that they actually open for like collaboration, but we have to like to see what is exactly of that NGO and how they like conduct activity and stuff. And I'm planning to like talk to her more about that tomorrow as well.
Mangan, Ivana, Job, Youth, do you have any thing you want to say? Comments?
Mm.
So Ivana is typing, and okay. So Ivana said that I think the project leaders should work to get their negotiations with the current NGO, which is CCDO, by next Friday, and try to have the MOU signed, and that's the best option. If that option doesn't work, we can go through all the measures to make these other options work. So yeah, I agree with Ivana. I think that we had previous interaction with DDCO, and now it's because of the reasons why they didn't want to connect with us anymore. We can work on that and see whether we can reconnect with them. And I think we can address their issues or their concerns. And as Van said before, that's our action plan with CCDO. But also during the same time, we can also work on other options as well, so that we have different plans going on at the same time.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, so then we focus on reconnecting with CCDO as the first priority. And I think Van is doing that. Okay, and Kun will be Kun will be looking for alternative NGOs to work with. I'm not sure if you also want to start looking at the possibility of working with other community, not only NGOs. But if you do that, I would rather have you look through the safety. But hopefully, you have many schools possible, like that your friends know. So hopefully, that would be the already good backup plan. That we don't have to do the community without any NGO supported.
And so Ivana just said that so after working with CCDO, we can work on other options, or in the end, she would prefer to work with NGO, or so another option is to switch gear and work for another cause, such as underprivileged children. But ideally, if we have any legality with NGO or the school, that would be best. All right.
Yeah, we keep it in mind and try to like fasten the process within next week.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. And okay, so we can settle down this topic about local partnership. Let's move on to mentorship on ground. So a lot of people have been trying to contact a lot of people in Southeast Asia to see whether they are available to mentor you guys, and we have a few options, but they cannot make it fully for the entire project. And we have youth who is super happy to mentor you guys, and let's have a conversation about that, about the possibility of youth mentoring Kuhn and Van on the ground. So let's start from youth first. Youth, you want to say anything about that?
Okay, so I think like first of all, I would say that I will be physically available for you guys during the whole 2 weeks because I will be free. The summit job will be finished by the 31st. So in other words, like I will be free from the planning period from the summit as well. So I can like provide you guys with full attention toward the matter, and I think like I can assist you guys with some of the paperwork on ground that, in other words, administration work and possibly like logistic as well if compulsory, because I'm local and I have been working in Siem Reap for a few like consecutively like every year, one year as a volunteer there. So I think like I can assist you on ground on the matter of like uh, you can say like arranging logistic or actually like help with paperwork or actually like connect you guys to people that you need or assisting you guys with anything that you probably need during the summit, during the projects. And I guess the other part will probably be like I'll try my best. I would say I will try my best to help you guys sort out your personal growth as well, because like in every project I believe like come on, Kun. I think like every project is like it's important for you guys to actually like grow as a person and also as a leader as well along the way. That you leading your own project doesn't mean that you will be the only person that install the leadership component to your member, but you will be along the way learning this process and this method and this way to um, actually better yourself for the upcoming like challenge or upcoming like journey, like be the next professional mentor or probably lead something else in the later in life. So I think I will try my best to actually like try to keep up with all of those.
Thank you, youth.
Yeah.
So let's hear from Kuhn and Van. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys looking for? And is there anything that we can help with as, you know, the mentors here, remote mentors, on-ground mentors, and also the board members?
Juan, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm so thankful to youth for like being able to make it to our project and also offering to help us with paperwork, which we find the most difficult part of the project.
Glad I can help.
Yeah. Couldn't you wanna say anything to your cousin?
So yeah, I'm looking forward to have you in and assist us with whatever you can. And I think I really need a lot of support from you on ground, as I think you have known me for like 21 years already. So I think you kind of know what you need.
Oh my God. Soon to be 22.
One.
I know.
What makes you want to mentor this project the most? What's your inspiration?
Okay. Actually, it's a good question. And actually, I've been thinking a lot since the beginning of the retreat back in earlier this year that I'm more than happy to mentor any of the two projects that happen because I believe in both of the like at first I haven't met one yet until the retreat, right? I think that the first time we met, and afterward, I think like I was inspired by the project leader in terms of, let's say, the commitment toward the project, and secondly, I believe that the two project leader actually probably needs support a lot, because I believe there's a lot of things happening, and I think like based on personal relationship as well, I would say this as well, because like I know Kun for all my life, and I have never seen him being this freaking stressful. Uh, you can say apart from personal perspective, I also think that I'm more than happy to actually like assist in any way I can, and like in other words, just fill in the shoe that needed. And second, I would say that the project itself is the first project is located in Siem Reap City, and I believe that in that sense is in the growth of like overall Cambodian, like I would say like the growth of CNET culture in Cambodia is growing throughout the country, and it's like expanding to this region is quite difficult and it's quite challenging. And as to me personally, I share the same sentiment as Kun, as like to expand the understanding of service leadership in any way possible. And this is, I believe, that one of the first way to actually install it in a larger scale in Cambodia. And I would say that after seeing him in the a few days ago when we go and check up the logistic, I am quite sure that I'm more than happy to invest in this project, because it has the future possibility of creating something more sustainable in that region as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Youth. And so this is the question that goes both to Kun and Youth, so the project leaders and Youth. What are you most excited about, and what are your concerns of working together? What is the pros and cons that you guys can foresee, so that we can start having a conversation right now before the project starts?
You mean regarding any aspects of the project?
No,
Or
regarding
in this mentorship?
regarding this mentorship on the ground. What are you most excited about, and what are your concerns of working together?
Mm. Kun, what about you?
Okay, so with yes, Lan.
Oh, I encourage you guys to be straightforward and honest, so that we solve the problems, and we are knowing what is the root of this mentorship and this relationship as well.
Mm-hmm. So I think I'm looking forward to be very open to youth, because like most of the time I keep thinking to myself without like spreading out to the others. So I think I could feel safe enough to spread to youth on what inside, what's going on, and I'm sure that I can I'm sure that I can be like dependable at one point if like I'm busy doing some stuff, and you can actually take care of it and help me out in a lot of cases if possible. I believe that you can actually like be fully support for any cases. So yeah, I'm looking forward to have a lot of like exciting moment and memorable moment with everyone that involved with the project. Yeah.
Thank you, Kun.
Yeah, for me, I'm looking forward to getting to know more about youth, because I met youth once in the retreat, last January, but I haven't got enough time to really talk to him and get to know Youth more, and Youth as Kun's cousin, like Youth as a person and Youth as Kun's cousin. So I look forward to that, and I also really love some of the Youth ideas in terms of designing the program. Some of his activities that he facilitated with Maro. Yeah, I once asked them about in the description of the activity, and the conceptless relationship. I think I'm right now I'm not having any concern. Just that um yeah I hope that Kun and Youth could be working well together for the first time. Yeah, for the first time as main project leader. I hope that it turns out well.
It will.
Yeah, looking from an outsider's viewpoint, I have not really clear idea what's going on, but hope for the best.
Could you talk
Okay.
more? Oh, you go ahead.
Okay, so I think like what I'm excited about is like I will say that this is my first time mentoring a project as well. So I also looking forward to the growth that we will um, see in the next 2 months, next 1 or 2 months, because I believe like we grow through learning, and I think like we grow through doing as well. And this is a process where we all learn something from each other. I think like something that Korean, my mentor back then used to tell me is like we are not I'm not even like older than you or like more experienced than you, but just like I have walked the same part that you are walking right now, so I'm more than happy to actually guide you through some of the things that I stumble upon, and I'm looking forward to help you through all of those. And I think like I probably have just one concern, because like Kun and me would probably uh, try our best to actually somehow overprotective of each other. But I think like I just want to confirm Kun one thing, like during the project, you have uh, other 42 people to worry about already, and I think like you don't have to worry about me because I know what I'm doing, and I'm more than happy like to take some of the pressure out of from you as well if possible in any way I could. Like I don't want to make this personal, but I think like it start with us first before we start with the whole team. So I think like I would more than happy to see you like trying to release like some of your pressure, and if it's possible, just lean on one or me anytime you want. It's like if you want to talk it out or anything, it's like feel free to just let go for a moment, and like we are ready to be there.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone. And from here, I could hear that is a project in Siem Reap, but it's also a personal project for everyone, especially those who are on the ground. And this personal project is, it has to do a lot with different facets of the relationship. And you never know what will happen in the future. And I think the best mindset that really changed how I look in everything is let's see what's happening, and not holding the past and imposing it to the present and the future. And so that's what I've learned from doing projects and from even my personal relationship with people, and just be at the moment and see how it goes and see how we can heal from there. And you never know, maybe for Kun and Youth, if you guys are in a different context, in a different setting, things can be different. And I think it's very important to have an open mind towards being together in a different context, or just even being together. And of course, you guys have Ven there as well. Ven is very thoughtful.
Yeah,
So,
super thoughtful.
yeah, thank you for sharing about what you are excited about and your concerns about working together. One thing that I want to bring up here is that we have, so Tian actually contacted us about another person who can make it to the weekends. But we are wondering whether you guys, what do you really need on the ground? Do we need another mentor or no? The mentor, if this person can make it, he can only make it during the weekend. Is it worth it? What do you really need?
I don't think that. Yeah, if the person is always available, that would make. Yeah, and we wouldn't have enough time to even get to know each other if I never knew the person before.
So the personal connection really matters to you in the mentorship relationship, right?
Yeah, I think someone I could trust.
Someone that you could trust. That's a really good point. So right now we have youth for the entire time, and we will see whether we can have also some experienced professional mentor who are in Southeast Asia right now, and to see whether they can also lend a helping hand as well, because the team is really big. Including 3 of you, it will be 45 people.
Yeah.
It will be 45 people, and that's not an easy thing to manage. So yeah, we will think about this more and see whether we can lend more helping hand in this process. Yeah, so Ivana said that leading 15 people is already tough. I can imagine you will need a lot of helping hand for 45 people. So yeah, it's a challenge for all of us, and we are just making sure that we have a lot of resources and a lot of support for you guys as much as possible. Alice, Job, and anyone, do you have anything to share?
Good.
Well, we've been reaching out to mentors and seeing if any other mentors can help with the projects, and just wondering if there are mentors who can come for a week, either the first week or the second week, but not for the entire project. Do you think that would be helpful as well for you guys?
So for me, since the project will start on Monday and he can only on Saturday, I think, and like the first few days would be the most critical time of the project. I'm not sure how much having another mentor like on that weekend will, like how much it will help. Like is it worth his time? Sorry. Is it, if he go there, like how much you can contribute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think what I'm asking is rather, instead of just having a mentor on the weekends, what if we could find someone stay for an entire week? Could be the first week, if that's more important. But so they'd be continuously there for 1 week.
Okay.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Oh, just trying to get your comments and input on whether you think it would be helpful to have one other mentor apart from you to be there on the ground for consecutively for 1 week if they can't make the entire project.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah, cool. So we we have been trying our best to find more people to support you guys, and we'll definitely keep you updated on that. But first of all, thank you so much for being there for the project on the ground. So let's um, let's let's talk a little bit about finance, because especially when we have Alice and Ivana here, who know more about the financial situation in the US, so we can provide some information to project leaders and youth here about how we are sending out the money, what's happening.
So we have a second check-in with all the members on a fundraising effort, I think last week, and like collectively we have raised $6,600, and our initial budget plan is around like $7,700. I think it's like it look like very like it's good in terms of like the whole budget. And we also so the fundraising team aim to raise around like $8,500 by the end of the month, that they are trying to like reach out and have manage everyone to like reach a target. So yeah, hopefully that we can reach a target, and then we can like be like what do we say, like good with all the fun and like how we spend during the project. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the update. So Ivana and Alice, Ivana said that you guys should send us the bank account information so that we can start the transferring process as well. And yes, definitely try to continue fundraising more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yot, can we use your bank account?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, is that we are sending to youth's bank account?
Okay. I think that's also like, yeah, that's good.
Sorry, youth, I couldn't hear you.
I mean, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yes, please share with us your bank account information.
Yeah.
And okay, Ivana and Alice, how's the situation in the US now? We can share something with the project leaders here.
Mm-hmm. So we're getting donations through CrowdRise and PayPal, and we can monitor those. But there's going to be some, I guess, lag time in between like actually getting the donations and being able to send money out to you guys. So, yeah, just let us keep us updated so we can
Mhm.
go through.
Mhm. Yeah. So I think on the right it's only around like $2,000, but mostly that we have like the cash in hand that our project members pitch their friend and family. Yeah, but I think it's also important like to have like the money come in before the project as well, so we can like secure some like accommodation and like food easily.
Mm. Okay, sorry, Ivana is gonna leave now. But Ivana, do you have any final thing to say before you leave? Okay, so she said that yeah, we should keep each other updated on all the next steps from today's conversation, and especially for Kun and Ven, please send us regular updates via email or from NGO situation, mentor, and finance. So thank you, Ivana, and we can
go
sorry?
soon, but we can wrap up. Or
Okay. All right, so I want to briefly go through the situation right now. So we have 2,000 in hand, right? And
No,
we
like
need to
2,000 in the cloud rice.
2,000. Okay. And how much do you
Yeah.
know we have in cash now?
I think because like we collectively like the project members are collectively like in, I think most of them are like in hand, so I think we have like 3,000 in hand, but not in my hand, but in like project member hands.
Okay. All right. And so for Alice, when do you think we can send out the money to them? Like, is it a week before the project, or is it 3 days? When is the time we send out the money?
I would say within a week would be possible.
So within a week before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we should confirm, I guess, with like partners and everything first.
Yep. So it would be best if we have the confirmation from the local partnership, and then we can also start processing the transaction. Does it sound good? Okay. All right. Do we have anything else that we want to say? Anything else that we want to cover, especially when we have Alice and Ivana from the board here?
Thank you so much, Alice and Ivana, for joining us today. And we appreciate that you actually like come up and like ask a question to clarify all the situation that we are been stressing out. And Ron and I will try our best to actually like secure the partnership with NGO or like public school within a week, and to make sure that we can access to the community and make the project possible, and try to like engage the members to have like an awesome experience during the course of 2 weeks. And yeah, we'll try out do our best for the success of this project.
Yeah, it was great talking and getting to actually meet both of you as well. And really hope I'm excited to listen to it, and I'm looking forward to hearing more updates from both of you.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, let's do a quick checkout. One word of how you're feeling right now. Does that sound good? Let's start from Alice. Alice gonna leave soon.
Hurried because I need to leave.
Yep. All right. So you can leave now if you are in a super hurry.
I can listen to your guys' checkout songs just one week.
All right. Youth?
Excited?
Okay, Van? Van?
Nervous?
Nervous? Okay. Joe?
Yes.
Awaken.
Wow. All right. Kun?
Relief.
Relieved. Huh. For me, it's curious. Okay. All right. Thank you all so much for making your time. And yeah, you guys are super awesome. So yeah,
Okay.
thank you. And Alice, have fun with what you're doing.
Yeah, helping organize a workshop. So yes.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Yes.
All right. So that's with with Alice and Ivana. Do we have anything else we want to discuss just among the five of us?
Is still alive?